Hello and welcome to Audio Quick Tips. My name's Lee Woodward. Today, we're giving you some audio information in the area of lead conversion. Once you've generated an opportunity and you've identified a contact that you can work with, the activation of trails, action plans, and flexible communication is what converts that piece of business. Trails give you the opportunity to showcase how good you are and also send the signals that you're a professional worth dealing with. I'm going to cross to my interview with Jed Wood to discuss how we can perfect this audio coaching tip. Let's go to Jed. Why do you even use Trails?
The simple reason for me to use Trails is to free up my headspace. I lay in bed late at night thinking about what I'm going to do the next day as it is, but if I can have a system in place that if I did an appraisal 365 days ago and it comes up that there's a 12-month anniversary of that, I can jump into work in the morning, do my scheduled tasks and not have to think too much.
And then you'll click on scheduled tasks. Have you always operated this way?
Ever since I've had technology and complete data, I certainly have. Prior to that, I was using just an old diary system and flicking through a 6x4 card system. When we had the implementation of the technology, it took me a little while to get my head around it. There were trails that were forced upon me, but then I learned how to implement and think for myself and figure out how did I want to manage a particular relationship, be it a buyer, a seller, a buyer and seller can of course be both.
Jed, this particular trail is a buyer inquiry has come in, you've had a chat on the phone, you may have taken a stack of inquiry today, so to clear our mind, which was your initial comment of why you use Trails, you attach a buyer trail, which is a certain recipe or relationship, because what you're trying to do is set it and forget it. Take us through what will happen from here.
So I've had the conversation with a client. I've asked them a number of questions, but had a good friendly conversation. And then I want to be able to send them a text message just to try and put my name into their telephone and let them know that I'm probably a little bit different to the competition, whether they're going to buy in the immediate future, 6 months' time, and particularly if they've got a property to sell. So on that first day, they'll receive a text message from me. Dear Lee, thanks for the call today, or thanks for the time on the phone today. Look forward to helping you find an ideal home. Feel free to call me anytime. On that first trail of what I call the inquiry trail, I'll also send that purchaser an email. That will be it for the first day. On the third day of that relationship, it'll come up in my assistant scheduled task to actually send that client a guide to purchasing email. It's just another touch point, once again to try and put myself ahead of the competitors, but just to provide a little bit of value to a client. And here's a guide to purchasing should you purchase through our company. Okay, so after we've sent that guide to purchasing email, on the seventh day of that trail, it once again comes up in my scheduled task now to make a telephone call.
Jed, can we make that call? So it's come up on your screen. Hello?
G'day Lee, it's Jed from Sanders. How are you today?
Good, thanks Jed.
Lee, I just wanted to call and thank you for replying to my email a few days ago. It's great to be able to know what it is you're after, and I think that we should be able to find a property that suits your needs.
Jed, that's fine, and thanks for your SMS. I've got all your details. You've been very thorough in your follow-up.
Lee, I've got a couple of properties that I think might suit your criteria. I was wondering if you might have an opportunity to see some homes during the week.
Yeah, I can get Thursday afternoon off.
You mentioned on your email that you'd be interested in receiving one of our destination reports. Perhaps I could make an appointment with you for Thursday afternoon between 4 and 5 and I'll bring that suburb report with me. How does that sound?
Yeah, that'd be good. What is a destination report?
Well, Lee, you're living in Janali at the present time. You mentioned you'd like to go towards Oyster Bay where there's some waterfront homes. I'd like to be able to show you what those properties have been selling for, just so that you've got a little bit of background information on the next suburb that you're looking to move to.
Jed, that sounds really good. Now, if you want to pop over and I appreciate you going through that with me, that would be great.
Tremendous. Look forward to it. I'll meet you at 5 o'clock as an example at that appointment.
And that concludes our audio quick tip, and you can listen to how Jed is creating the touch points, the triggers that really send those great signals where people think you're the person I should be dealing with. I want to thank you for listening to Audio Quick Tips, and I look forward to meeting you one day at the Complete Salesperson course. I'm Lee Woodward. Goodbye.